If there's one thing rich people love spending more money on than their yachts, it's themselves. Whether it's a mansion that's a kind of surveillance or an entire entourage of guards, like an army, rich people adore spending money on themselves. It should not come as a surprise that they do this, considering that many CEOs in the past have been victims of killings and kidnappings. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at the 5 most heavily guarded CEOs in the world. Yeah, you heard it right. So let's start our video. Number 5, Bill Gates. Since its start, this company has been one of the most prominent names in the technology industry. And as without a doubt, one of the most influential people of the 20th century, it's no surprise that the owner and co-founder of Microsoft doesn't compromise on security, whether it's related to him or his family. And to get a sense of just how outrageously incredible his security is, you need look no further than his Lake Washington mansion, which is reminiscent of a spy base. This security bill would be enormous, even without the fact that the person inside has a net worth of $136 billion and is one of the most influential people in the internet world. The security bill is projected to cost well over $100 million, with some sources reporting a $123 million price tag. And it's not surprising to see what the house is equipped with. The sumptuous and futuristic marvel is already under 24-hour human supervision, and because it is situated on a lake, this site is also closely monitored. For instance, if a boater is too arrogant and attempts to get closer to the house than permitted, the security staff of the gates will instantly approach them in a boat that is always available for maximum response time. Number 4, Tim Cook. Although Steve Jobs will forever represent Apple, Tim Cook, his successor, has been no slouch either, with the business's value increasing at a quick rate during his tenure and being such a great asset to the most valuable company in the world. It is hardly surprising that Apple would spend a ton of money on security. What is surprising, however, is the budget as it stands. According to estimates, the California tech giant spent $457,083 on Tim Cook's private security in 2019. This is an increase of 104% from the $310,000 spent in 2018. This includes high security vehicles, bodyguards, surveillance, tracking, and monitoring of every action for safety, and much more. Travel is one of the places where these individuals are most susceptible. Consequently, costs always increase at that point. And wouldn't you know it, Cook's travel expenses increased by 239% to $315,311 last year, perhaps as a direct result of his efforts to shield Apple from the worst of the US-China trade war. Number 3, Donald Trump. You anticipated that this name would appear on this list, and you were correct. Donald Trump, without a doubt an eccentric wealthy man, is renowned for his security efforts. And yet, you may be startled by the extent of his network, which includes an entire squad of armed and coordinated bodyguards and an entourage of armored cars to accompany him wherever he goes. It quickly becomes apparent that becoming a president would not be a huge leap for the man. According to the majority of sources, the security network is so tight that not only is there an entire team dedicated to defending this person, but there are also separate security teams working 24/7 for each member of his family. During the early days of his presidency, he and his family were at considerable risk. As a result, while he enjoyed the official protection of the office, his son, who stayed in New York at the family's Trump Tower, also benefited from an entire building being under security observation. There's also the limousine that the internet adores, and for a good cause. GM custom built it for him. The model is based on the Cadillac CT6 platform, but that is where the similarities end, as this vehicle includes reinforced windows, blood bags for all passengers, thick steel plating, and a host of additional features. Number 2, Jeff Bezos. Bezos, who has frequently claimed the title of world's richest man in history and is the founder of big enterprises such as Amazon, is an enormous asset and as such requires the highest level of security. According to Amazon's own reports, the company spends approximately $1.6 million a year on its security. However, that is not the most significant fact, as that number has remained unchanged since 2012. Moreover, his total wealth has climbed by tens of billions of dollars. An Amazon spokesperson confirmed that Bezos pays separately for his personal security. As for the security measures he has in place, according to public reports, he has bulletproof panels installed in his office, which is in his own building, with hundreds of guards and personnel whom he already pays. This was disclosed in a Seattle municipal planning permit that would have gone unnoticed if not for the Daily Beast, which noted that it highlighted a November 2018 application for the installation of bulletproof panels in Bezos' office, which was granted in January 2019. In order to demonstrate how absurd that is, the panels would have cost over $180,000 total to install at the time, and they can survive numerous bullets from an assault weapon. The National Enquirer made public a few intimate texts between the former television actor Lauren Sanchez and our close friend Mr. Bezos to demonstrate how concerned he is about his security. As a result, Bezos hired his personal security chief, Gavin DeBecker, to investigate the leak's source. Number 1. Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg is the original eccentric CEO. There's no way to build up to him. So let's just tell you about the security expense Facebook pays for their golden boy. He spends more than 10 times the amount that Bezos does, at least officially, and is, therefore, one of the most well-protected individuals, if not the most. Now, a major reason for this exorbitant security cost is the catastrophe of 2018, with disclosures concerning Facebook's disregard for user privacy and widespread fury directed at the CEO. The business reportedly spent $10 million that year alone on personnel protection for Zuckerberg, an increase of $2.5 million from the prior year. And yet, it alone seems insufficient. In addition, he received a $10 million pre-tax buffer for any minuscule additional costs that his and his family's safety may necessitate. The business disclosed in an SEC filing that the decision to spend so much on Zuckerberg's security was prompted by public outrage directed at Facebook. According to them, his name is associated with Facebook. As a result, bad perceptions of our company are immediately linked to and frequently passed to Mr. Zuckerberg. And well, despite the fact that the issue was eventually resolved, evidently, the CEO developed a taste for this asset, as the price remained unchanged until 2019. And hell, even grew worse throughout the astonishingly tranquil year. In an April 2020 proxy filing, it was disclosed that the corporation was spending approximately $23 million on Zuckerberg, security, and travel expenses. And that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section down below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned.